We should be live, so welcome everyone. And tonight will kind of be viewer's choice. So if you want me to take a load or take a destination, you'll definitely have to drop a comment on the link to the stream. So I'm probably just gonna run low life tonight, which is my T800, and yeah, let's get. I'm gonna get a job going here, and let me know what you think. So let's pick a job. Probably just from the freight market. We're at the shop in Eugene, so maybe I'll do a shorter run first round here and see where that takes us. We could take this one. We could take this load of lumber up way up north. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, a wheel loader down to Arizona. Yeah, I want to probably go north. So yeah, maybe we'll take that one. So we'll get in the truck here and get everything going. So obviously most of you have seen tonight, we started a page on Facebook that's dedicated strictly to the channel. That'll be where I do quite a bit of communication on what's going on, photos and videos and things like that, what's happening on YouTube. I'll probably start, working on some other things, getting live stream looking better and things of that nature. It's a good truck. Oh, we need to get the outside view because my visor hangs a little low. So the channel's up to 42 subscribers so far, so I'd like to thank everybody for dropping a subscription in, and if any of you left any comments or anything like that, appreciate you for that. There's over 20 likes thus far and follows on the Facebook page, so thank you for that. Don't hesitate to leave a comment or anything, and any constructive criticism, whether it's good or bad. I mean, don't be extremely mean, but if you don't like something, say something about it, and I'll definitely try to do what the viewers ask. I just want to have fun and be engaged with other people that like what I'm doing. Go figuring this car had to pull out in front of me. Just gonna hammer down anyway. Hopefully the stream's looking pretty good. I kind of changed the settings a little bit to make it a little easier for other people to watch that might have be watching on a mobile device or something like that. Plus it also helps my computer run quite a bit smoother. So we'll go here and get this load picked up, and I've got the transmission in low life set to automated, so I won't be doing any shifting tonight. Just kind of driving along and enjoying it. I already kind of came in and set some things up and got the truck ready and took care of some lagging issues. So once we get over here to the shipper, we'll get the trailer hooked up and start heading north. Nice. Got 4 people on. That's awesome. So far, it'll be my highest viewed live stream. There's quite a few of my YouTube videos that are doing extremely well. One of them, one of my farm sim videos is up over 400 views. So, man, that's just awesome. I'm trying to hit my YouTube subscriber goal. My first goal is 50 subscribers. So, if you know other people who are interested in American Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, or Euro Truck Simulator, don't hesitate to share. It'll be greatly appreciated. So get pulled in here and let's get this trailer. It's probably up front too. I'm hoping it's still here. Nope, missed it. That's all right. We could go to Utah, which I don't think I've hauled anything over to Utah yet, but I'd rather kind of go north and do a flatbed run. It's kind of a horse apiece. I don't really want to go to Cali, but I still need to discover a lot of cities in Utah right now anyway. So, yeah, why not? We'll head to Utah. See what kind of mischief we can get into over there. Head over to the Mormon State. Got Wally and Eve riding with me. Get this trailer hooked up. We should be good on fuel. Well, we're gonna have to stop and get fuel at some point. Get out of here. I don't like that the gate closes automatically behind you. I wish it stayed open till you pulled out. Lowlife's a pretty good truck. Decent hammer. Like 625 or 650 horse cat. Does good. I know people that are still playing this with just like an Xbox controller, and I don't really know how you necessarily could, you know, or even people that are playing with just keyboard. That's got to be rough. I'm just gonna pull out in front of this guy. Wait around. Sometimes the AI gets really wonky. Anyway. Oh, what is this, like the world's longest light? We got some live stream coffee. It's funny how I put that 8-ball suicide knob on the steering wheel, and I don't even have one on the steering wheel in real life, but what's up, dude? Thanks for joining the stream. So yeah, we got this, we're pulling this Home Cheapo dock bumper right here. It's funny how it's got the Canadian website on it. The modder must have been Canadian. Hopefully this Greyhound figures it out and puts this thing into the wind and gets us rolling. And go figure, and the next light's red, and I'll hear him in the middle of the intersection. Probably get up to the light and try to get through and have to stop. No, we made it. Alright, off to Ogden, Utah we go. Like I said, I need to get over there anyway and get some more Utah explored, and maybe get a couple of shops going on over there, and buy some more trucks. I mean, I got quite a few trucks rolling right now. Excuse me. Put this thing in the wind. Got Wally's head just a bobbing over there. It's already getting dark. Most of this is going to be trucking through the night. As we got a late start, but no big deal. Game time goes by pretty quick. I'm glad I don't have any traffic mods to add crazy amounts of traffic. At some point I'll get out here and get the cruise set, just roll. We'll have to stop and get some fuel here pretty soon. Oh, must have had an accident down there, because I didn't get a notification that we had a reroute. So I wish the Jakes were a little louder in the cab of this. Alright, we lost a couple. At least they came and viewed for a minute. I do appreciate all the support thus far. It's actually pretty humbling to see what's going on. You know, just doing this as a hobby, just for fun. And I never thought in a million years that I'd be at 42 subscribers, you know, but I got my first goal set, which is 50, and I'm getting there. You know, I'm not, if I get to the point where my channel is monetized, that'd be great. It just go, you know, whatever I could do at that point would just go back into the channel. But man, it's awesome. Driving around with my signal on like an old grandpa or something. So we got a little over 870 miles to go. Take a few hours to get there, seeing as we're starting in Eugene, Oregon, heading to Ogden, Utah. So I want to try to get there as fast as I can, get this load off, maybe do some exploring. Oh, I figured I gotta pull in the scale house. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. These AI trucks sometimes just drive me batty. Stopping, you know, abruptly and changing lanes for no apparent reason at all. But just like that in real life, to be honest with you. Took the Scalemaster long enough to get him going, if he's ever gonna go. Get pulled up to the scale here and get this done. I should probably do a build and drive. I'm sure I could get some views out of that. I haven't really scoured for any decent updated mods for ATS. I know that ETS2 finally got the 136 update, which is surprising. Usually they get their updates before ATS, but ATS has been growing in the amount of downloads and people playing for quite some time. And the funny thing is ATS came out in, I think, 2016, and Euro Truck Simulator's already been out for, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years, maybe even longer than that. They tend to get the biggest game updates first before ATS, but with the amount of people that have been interested in American Truck Simulator, it sounds like the tides are changing. And then the fact that at some point Pro Mods is going to be coming to American Truck Sim, and we'll be able to be getting into Canada. Obviously, it's an add-on. It's not part of the base game. It's done by outside modders who enjoy making maps and playing ATS. I mean, I'm kind of excited for that. I haven't really played any pro mods or anything like that with ETS, but I would definitely like to try. Get an outside view here. Why is the drop axle down? This load ain't that heavy. We're not doing super trucking tonight, I'll tell you that. I started at 7. I figured I start at 7, which is a decent time, and probably go for about an hour, unless the community wants to see go a little bit longer. I mean, I want to try to get this load done and see where it goes from there. I don't play as much American Truck Sim as I used to. I play a lot of farm sim. I really do enjoy that. I mean, they're all very relaxing, but for whatever reason, uh, farming simulators are a bit more relaxing. I'm still very new and very green to the whole live stream setups, so mine probably aren't nowhere near as fancy as, you know, some of the other content creators out there, but you know, they all started at the same point. You know, I'm still learning how to manipulate things and, you know, add in the overlays and so on and so forth, and a lot of them have probably shelled, you know, untold amounts of money out of their pocket just to live stream with streaming servers and things like that. But I just don't have it. I'm just gonna do it the hard way, which is, I'm perfectly fine with that. So there'll be a replay of this video, which will get uploaded to YouTube after the stream. So I mean, the commenting will still be live. You can still throw comments in there. Don't hesitate to share to your favorite groups if you have any. There's quite a bit out there on Facebook and things like that. People who are, you know, like-minded and like American Truck Sim and Farm Sim and Euro Truck and whatnot. This frickin' pickup's in the hammer lane, just poking around. All that speed I had built up. I should have stopped at 7 feathers and got fuel. I still got time. I will probably be dropping into Medford here pretty soon. Plus I needed to put some more miles on low life anyway. I try to switch the trucks up quite a bit. Just to change. And ever since Outlaw basically stopped modding his own truck because the community basically ruined it, I don't even know if I'll play with the current Outlaw Pete anyway. You know, it's really discouraging when someone puts hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into putting these models together and polishing them up and making sure there's no bugs and, you know, sharing them for free to the community, and they get treated like crap. You know, there was a particular modder that does really good work that you have to pay, which, you know, I'm for that because all the updates are free. But just setting aside, you know, money to do that is just not there. So at some point I'd like to try some of them payware mods and check out the detail in those. I know there's a little bit of delay from the time I'm recording till the time that it actually hits YouTube, but it shouldn't be too bad. It should only be a few seconds. I gotta find some place to get some fuel here. At some point. I should have filled up when I was at the yard. Oh well. Besides, the modder that put this truck together, decided not to put a floor shift in it. So it seems kind of strange, you know, it seems kind of goofy. I'd be shifting the truck and there's no floor shift in it. It's alright, every once in a while I like to play with an automated. I don't have to shift, I can just relax. Just chill. She's a good unit though. My last live stream I used the K100. She's good. I should probably do a build and drive of Volvo and play as the alter ego Vlad. I probably couldn't keep together long enough to not laugh. Might have to turn my steering wheel sensitivity down a little bit. And I really shouldn't have put that display right there, but that's alright. The speed limits here in Oregon suck. Even though most of the time I'm speeding wherever I'm going anyway. I want to get there. The lighting still needs a little bit of work, even with the mods that I have in to make it better, make the game appear better. I mean, the last update to 136, and then them switching to DX11, you know, made a huge improvement on the lighting and the graphics. So those graphics mods that I have added in really make it nice. More, I don't know, you can't really call it cinematic. Just chill here and do some driving and head over to Utah and see what we can do. Still like 700 miles to go. Got this trooper here. Take another little sip. You know, and it's, the roads are like they are in real life, just linked in really strange really strange ways. So, you know, I've been out here to Oregon and everything like that, but not familiarized myself enough with running out there to be able to drive with no GPS input. Nice trip through the country. Come here through Klamath Falls and drop down into Nevada and then into Oregon or into Utah. There must have been a reroute, unless it wanted me to take 140. get on. And there's a freaking car there. I gotta get over. A caddy at that. Should I get up to the light and then it gives me the green arrow? That'd be sweet. No such luck. Why is my... I swear I hit the button. There we go. Get out of town here so we can port some speed on. Oh, stop and get some tacos. I think next live stream I'll have to definitely do some work with Pete. I gotta stop driving the Kenworths. Give the people what they want. Let's see a big old low down long hood Pete. Excuse me. Road construction. "23 feet, why even mark that bridge?" It's like what they do in Texas. They mark every bridge, no matter what the height is. So if it's 30 feet off the ground, there's a marker that tells you it's 30 feet off the ground. Well, I don't think anybody's trucking anything down the road that's 30 feet. But, whatever. I know when we got the last update, they did do some road improvements in certain areas, and obviously we got Utah. You know, they've been adding states so much faster than they have in the past. So I hope they keep it up. It's hard to say what state they'll add next. You know, we go from New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, Oregon, and Washington. So I'm hoping they'll keep us going. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Texas, you know, get a nice big state, a lot of miles. But I could honestly see them adding like Idaho, maybe even Wyoming. You know, it's hard to say what they'll do. Colorado, maybe they'll do Colorado. That wouldn't be so bad. I'm gonna pull up to this fuel stop up here and get some fuel. Even though it's a tiny little place. It's not a proper truck stop, but that bus almost pulled right out in front of me. Get pulled up. Get some go-go juice in here. Alright. $3.22 a gallon. Dang. It's only $3.01 a gallon here, which I still think is ridiculous. Alright. Got some fuel. Now we can get out of here. Make sure nobody's coming. Get pulled out. Put the hammer down. That's so awesome. I still got 4 viewers watching. Well, technically 3, because I got my tablet out. Because I can't, I don't have to switch back and forth just to type. I should probably get a moderator to type it for me. Seeing as we're coming to you live from my dining room. It's nice to be downstairs, that way if anybody needs something, I'm right down here. I'm not upstairs in the spare room or something like that. So this is awesome. It's been a while since I did a American Truck Sim live stream. Couple weeks, I think. Just been busy with the holidays and things, and didn't want him flashing his lights at me anyway. Get it through the mountains. Like I said, they'll. Oh, I need to back her down a little bit. I'm going a little too hot there. This is all new roads anyway, so. Coming to Lakeview. Zigzag through town here. Sometimes this routing is terrible. I don't get it. And the roads and the borders and things like that weren't necessarily thought through as well as they should have been, but can't kill them for trying. You know, most of these guys that built this game aren't even from the US, they're from Europe. So truck goes pretty good. I've hauled a couple loads with it. Pardon me. A couple loads with it in the past. It's nice to discover some new roads though that they added in. So. Route 140 is all new. Wish I was kind of going through here through the daytime though to really be able to see what's what. Switch to the roof cam for a minute. Be able to see scenery a little bit more. up some speed. I'm sure it's 55 through here. All this great undiscovered road. It's not helping my time though. That's for sure. But, you know, it's not the same old interstate running. Something different. Probably one of the best things about real life trucking is getting to see some, you know, definitely neat and interesting places that you've never seen before. And get paid for your efforts. You just gotta like being away from home. Let's get back in here and get rolling. It'll probably start flattening out here as we get closer to Nevada. Plateauish, more high desert than mountainous. I'm hoping to actually make it to Ogden by an hour, because we've already been at it for 42 minutes. That might be it. We might only just make it to the destination. I mean, I did pick a fairly, you know, longer route, but there wasn't a lot of jobs where we were at anyway. Excuse me. 530 miles to go yet. Going through here a little too hot. Poor Eve up there, she went through for a little ride, bouncing around. .140 kind of reminds me of Interstate 8 down by San Diego. The switchbacks up and down the mountain. Got a nice little pull off there. Cattle guard. I mean, who would have ever really thought about putting, you know, cattle guards and things like that into the game? I mean, it just adds to the realism that the software people put in. Oh. Leaving Oregon. In Nevada. Should flatten out a little bit. We'll be able to make a little bit better time. Especially once we get down to 80, Interstate 80, should be able to just hammer. Just peg this thing wide open. Probably be able to truck along at 90 mile an hour or so. I don't remember quite what rear end ratio I have in this truck, but Rest areas are nice. Got a lot of little pull-offs and stuff, things like that you can take advantage of. I've got the fatigue turned off just to make it a little bit more desirable to watch. Because I probably would have had to stop, I don't know, once already to take a break. And we got fuel and a rest stop coming up. And really, like, I've been watching a few people that are live streaming on YouTube and stuff like that, and all they do is drive like idiots and crash into stuff, and you know, like it's all about how fast you can move around and how much you can crash and use the developer console to move the truck around. Like that doesn't seem fun and enjoyable to me. That sounds like some like middle school crap. You know, a bunch of middle school kids, young kids are watching and, you know, asking them to do stupid stuff. You know. Don't quite get it. But obviously they have an audience and they get hundreds of views, so I just don't want to associate myself with, you know, doing something like that. You know, and now with these COPPA laws, where you have to indicate to your audience if the video or stream is made for children. I mean, I want it to be a PG, you know, live stream and you know, recorded videos. But I know that there's a lot of YouTube creators out there that are still really concerned because, you know, they do unboxing of, you know, toys, and you know, they're playing, you know, they're not necessarily kids games. I mean, they're video games, but they're, you know, games that were designed for, you know, younger audiences anyway. And a lot of them, oh my goodness, a lot of them are gonna probably, you know, lose views and, you know, ad dollars and things like that because they, you know, they're doing it professionally, and you know, they have to indicate to the, you know, their audience if the video is made for children or not, because the videos that are supposedly supposed to be made for children are in the US, which they consider a child anyone under the age of 13. You know, so I'm sure it'll probably be a lot of like nursery rhymes and, you know, like you know, clips of like Barney and Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, you know, things like that, you know, along those lines. And there's really nothing wrong with that, you know, because those are educational times, you know, for the youth. But you know, people, you know, content creators that are doing this as their, you know, primary source of income, I just don't know how you made the jump and the leap to do it, you know. And it's not as easy as just sitting down in front of your computer and, you know, whipping something out real quick and, you know, sending it out. You know, I don't edit my videos, I just record them, and you know, flaws and all, and then when I'm done recording them, I either save them for a couple days and throw them up on YouTube, or, you know, upload it to YouTube after I'm done, you know, recording the actual video. I don't have crazy amounts of time to sit and record something and edit it and things like that. That's why I try to keep my videos, you know, extremely short, you know, under 30 minutes. Live streams are usually, you know, the couple that I've done, an hour or longer, you know. And I know it's rough to try to keep, you know, people engaged for, you know, an hour or so, but that's why the comment section is there, you know. Throw something in, and I'll definitively acknowledge, you know, that you're there and watching, and, you know, made a comment. You know, I could see the comments on my one computer monitor, so don't hesitate. Hopefully I can get out from behind this Ashley truck here. And he's probably going to stop too. Got a nice 70-mile-an-hour speed limit here. Now that we're down on 95, north of 80. $372 miles to go. If I can get out from behind this Yahoo, I might be able to get somewhere instead of poking around. Right into a no passing zone too. Nah, there was a car coming anyway. Two cars coming. But it's nice, Saturday evening, sucking some coffee, playing some ATS. Nice. Well, at least he's up to 65. It's like he's got a 400 horsepower tractor or something like that. For the 3 of you that are still watching, I do appreciate it. Man, that makes me just so happy. So happy. Took a little while to create that Facebook page today. You know, try to stay up with it. I got somebody to help out with being a moderator, or I'm sorry, an admin rather, on there. So that'll make it that'll help me, you know, keep content being created and sent out to the fans of the channel and the fans of the Facebook page. I just want to keep this very interesting hobby going. And really, this started out, I don't know, 2 years ago with a very unfortunate incident regarding Microsoft. My Microsoft account ended up getting hacked, and all that time and money and things like that I'd put into, you know, games and downloadable content and so on was all gone. And that's what pushed me over the edge to get a PC. And, you know, I watched so many YouTube videos regarding, you know, like American Truck Sim and Farming Simulator and stuff like that, and how much more stuff is available to you when you play on PC. And I basically switched, and I really don't ever want to go back to playing on console. You can do so much more, and the mods and the support and the community is so much bigger. It's crazy. Now that we're on 80, we can put the hammer in it and try to make up for some time. I mean, 330 miles away, you know, we're just rolling through Winnemucca, so it won't be long and we'll be in Wendover already and trucking across the salt flats into Utah, which is probably one of the most interesting places that I've got to see in my lifetime was the salt flats. And I've got I kind of got a little affliction with the salt flats. I really want to get out there during speed weeks and see some of the land speed vehicles flying across the salt, you know. And it's crazy how just the air, you know, the air out there is it's so crisp and clean, and it's strange, right? It's hard to describe, but yeah, I mean, obviously you know that you're in the middle of a salt desert, but there's just something about out west with the mountains and the plateaus and the wildlife and the scenery. I just really enjoy it. I always have. The funny thing is I don't even normally pull, you know, band trailers all that much, but this time I did. Man, let them jakes rip as soon as we were out just about doing 100 mile an hour. Got that rubber band wound tight. Just put the hammer in it. Just get trucking. They didn't put a lot of thought into the curves. Some of them are a bit sharp. Oh, and they're all going to be merging into the left lane. Let's try to get up here and prevent this guy from just pulling right out in front of me. We get up on this slow-moving Airstream. Being pulled by a Wrangler. Well, a similar copy of a Wrangler. This Jeep is not a registered vehicle in this game. He must have a Hemi under the hood of that thing. You got that little Airstream just a cooking. $240 miles. Been at it exactly an hour. Yeah, we'll just go until we get to our destination, and then I'll shut the live stream down. So probably another 15-20 minutes, and 15 minutes or so. Especially if I keep it up over the speed limit, which I think through here is 70. real life, I believe it's 80 mile an hour. It's 75 or 80. It's been a couple years since I've been out there. There's parts of I-15 that are 80 mile an hour south of like Provo, Utah. Oh, gotta pull on the scale house. Scale master's gotta check me. As long as he doesn't make me pull around back, we're alright. Oh, we're only 73,000 pounds. We're a legal beagle. Nothing to worry about. He doesn't need to know that we got 3 logbooks going. And we're doing long haul trucking in a day cab. Man, that coffee's good. Long haul trucking in a day cab. Non-stop. You all pay attention. Get some outside shots of low life here. If I keep it in my lane. It's hard to drive in that camera view anyway. Get out of the way! Sometimes it does work when you flash the lights. They do move. Crazy. I've even done it behind a trooper before, and they moved out of the way. Oh, let's see here. 186 mile. Still got a ways to go. Still a ways to go. But I'm glad to see I had some friends come along for the ride. It's 91 degrees outside. And climbing. It's only 10 a.m. game time. That's almost 100. That's one thing I do not miss about West. Being out there and it's 120 degrees, 115 degrees. Doesn't matter if it's dry heat or not, it's still hot. It's not as bad because there's no humidity. But, you know, when there's no humidity, you don't really feel yourself sweating. Just keep on plowing through. Coming into West Wendover. hopefully that eastbound scale house ain't open. Going out there as much as I did, I don't think I ever saw the eastbound scale house going or open at the Nevada-Utah state line. Get this thing just wound up tight. Rock through the flats. Sweet. Get to bypass. See if we can get this thing up to 100. It'd be nice if they figured out a way to add like a seasonal functionality to the game. You know, where it snows and I mean it rains in the game already, but you know, if you got into areas where it snowed certain times of the year and things like that. But I think they would have a heck of a time with the whole friction model on how the the tires react to the surface and things. Maybe even like a mappable key binding or something like that for putting on snow chains or something along those lines. Now, I know there have been some independent map creators who have done like snowy map versions to add to the level of immersion. You know, like I said, it doesn't. You don't lose traction, or the friction model that they have built in is it's still in there, but it'd be kind of interesting. Be real interesting. I figured the temperature would have went up a little bit now that we're into Utah. Middle of the day, only being 98 degrees. I really don't even care that I'm speeding. I got 0 to give. Plus, we're almost at our destination. What, 30 miles? 30 miles to go in the Deseret State. Busy bees. I think I gotta be in the center lane. No, I gotta be in the... I think I'm gonna have to cut this dude off. Seeing as he couldn't figure out what lane he wanted to be in. Salt Lake City to the right. If it's 20 miles away, I think it's the next exit or something like that. Nearly there. Nice, good run, for sure. A little better than, you know, just hitting quick travel and just traveling to one of the garages that you own in another state. Nice. Add another area to what I've viewed in Utah. I was definitely excited to get oh, let me get the yellow light, or the red light rather. And then some of these they put the stop lights so close to where the stop line is that you can't see when the light changes, because you don't have like dynamic like head control. I mean, they have some infrared trackers that you can add in, you know, that like either tracks your eye movements or gets a little clip that goes on your hat that it tracks the movement to your hat with some IR sensors. But you know, it doesn't, like if you were to like stoop down like you would be looking at the lights in a real big truck, it won't do that. It just tracks left to right, up and down, you know. Now that we got through there, looks like we have to make a left-hand turn up here anyway, so. Looks like we take a slight left and then a hard left. I'm going, I'm not waiting. Just about to our destination. Spilled my coffee over there for a second. Missed my little platform. Oh, let's see how long this light takes. There we go. Yeah, we're nearly there anyway. Through this little downtown setting. No stop sign or yield sign or nothing. That's alright, I guess. Oh, that's the out. Get pulled in here. Where do you want it? Where we got to put this thing? I'm gonna whip around here, so I don't want to have to blindside it. in there. Even though I probably wasn't supposed to do that, but oh well. Get backed into, ooh, look we got there. Hopefully that's a available load. Get backed into this spot here. If I can get this dock bumper in there one shot. The mirrors don't really help you the best. Probably still gonna have to, well, maybe not. Try to straighten this out a little bit. There we go. Look at that. We put her in there first shot. Drop this trailer. Get paid for our efforts. And that's it. That's it. I'll give you a good overview of low life here after I put it in gear. Big old floats up front. Got some 315s in the back. Got our pusher axle. Steerable, of course. Can't forget, got to have some strobes for our heavy haul. Big old air cleaners. Yeah, so we'll get them shut off. I'm gonna park. I want to try to see if that quad track is available for a delivery. But that's probably gonna be it. So I do appreciate all of you who came along for the live stream today, and hopefully you liked and throw a comment on this live stream, or when it hits YouTube as an actual playback video as opposed to live. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It really does mean a lot to me, as the person making the content, that there is at least a couple of people out there watching it. So again, thank you for joining me on a Saturday evening, and hope you liked it. And I think next ATS live stream we'll do a build and drive. So I hope to see some comments on what type of truck we should build. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.